So what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a very honest review of Zenbusiness LLC because I'm someone that has actually used them to set up an LLC just recently. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys an honest review, a review that's going to come from a customer's point of view, a user's point of view, so that you guys get to know what to expect from them and all. So I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons, which are the good sides and the bad sides, so that anyone out there who is wondering if Zenbusiness is the right thing to use is going to actually know exactly what he or she is going to do. You're going to be able to make an informed decision on whether or not it is the right thing for you or not right after watching this my review. So I'll get the video started by first of all explaining to you guys in short what Zenbusiness actually promises to offer you. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the things like the pros and the cons, and then I'll talk about my personal experience. And then after that, a lot of other things like the pricing, their customer support, and a lot of other things that people actually ask. Like I'm going to do an FAQ section where I answer a lot of questions for you guys right here. So before I start the video, I want you guys to please leave me a like on here. And I also want to let you guys know that you can always ask me any questions at all that you have down below in the comments. I reply to all the comments on my videos. And apart from that, when you're done watching the whole video and you've learned both the pros and the cons, and you've learned their pricing, and you've learned how good their customer support is, and you've learned all these things, and you finally decide that Zenbusiness is something you want to use, like you want to go and actually properly use them to set up an LLC, what I recommend you do is use a coupon link and save yourself some money. So I'm going to leave some of the coupon links down below in the description. These are links that's going to help you save some money with Zenbusiness. So I'll leave one of those links down below in the description, and all you're going to have to do is to just click on the link, go to Zenbusiness, do the normal things you're supposed to do. You're going to get some money saved for yourself. But if you're someone that doesn't know how to go to the description, you don't know how to find links that are in the description, all you can do is to let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to send you the link directly because I want everyone to actually get to save themselves some money right there. So now that I've talked about these things, we're now going to get the review started properly by talking about, first of all, what exactly Zenbusiness is and what exactly they actually offer us. So Zenbusiness basically specializes in actually helping people create their LLCs. And although they are new, mostly new when you compare them to their competitors, they actually have some of the lowest prices in the industry, and they actually claim to offer you quality customer service. But the question here is that true? Do they actually do that? Don't worry, I'm going to break everything down for you here because, like I said, I'm someone that's actually used them firsthand. So Zenbusiness offers 3 different plans, and they also offer a number of legal services. For example, their annual report service is actually available for about $199 per year. Basically, and now basically to keep everything short and straight to the point here, Zenbusiness helps you set up LLCs. That's what they do. Basically, that's what they are, that's who they are, that's what they claim to do. And now that I've talked about that, we all know what it is. We all know that that is what they do. And now let's go ahead and talk about one of the most important things here, which are the pros and the cons, because this is something very important, something that many people don't talk about in their reviews. That's the good sides and the bad sides, and I'm in the right position to talk about this because I'm someone that has actually used them. So the first thing that I'd like to mention as a pro here that actually comes with using Zenbusiness, something that I've actually experienced myself, is the fact that while using Zenbusiness to set up a business, they actually have something called a free company formation fee. So you don't have to pay for that one. All you have to pay is the state's filing fees. And when you pay that one, you're going to actually get the whole thing done for you. It's actually free. And this is something that most of their competitors out there don't do for you. So that's something that I must mention here as a pro. So they offer you a free company formation service. And now that I've talked about that as the first pro on my list here, the second thing that I must mention as a pro, or something that I really liked about Zenbusiness, is the fact that they have a wide variety of legal services for new businesses. So a lot of their competitors don't do this. You can go and check for yourself. A lot of their competitors don't have a lot of these extra legal services, but these guys, they made sure that they had all those things in place, and that is something that we must mention here because it's something worth mentioning. And now that I've talked about that, the third thing that I must mention here that I really liked while I was using Zenbusiness is the fact that they have excellent customer support. So I'm gonna still talk about their customer support in detail later, but as for now, it is important for me to let you guys know that they actually have good customer support, and they actually reply you on time. They actually are there. They actually have people that are dedicated, people that are going to make sure that they get all your problems solved. For example, I was having issues with getting one of the documents they wanted me to get for them. I didn't know exactly how or where to get documents from. I had someone from their customer support team help me out, and the person was actually dedicated. The person actually was there helping me out and made sure that he actually helped me out to the point where I got everything done. So that is something worth mentioning here. Excellent customer support, and that is pro number 3 on my list here. And why we must mention this as a pro here is because there's a lot of your competitors that I know personally that don't have good customer support. Some of them, their customer support is even going to chat you up and they're going to be rude. You understand? But these guys, they have a very, very dedicated team at the back end of their customer support, and that is something worth mentioning right here. And now that I've talked about that, the fourth and final thing that I have to mention here is, I don't really know if I should mention this, but I feel like I should mention it, is the fact that they have a lot of good reviews on the internet, because I personally look at reviews before I buy anything, or before I spend money on anything, or before I do anything that is big in my life. So looking at the reviews, I noticed that they had a lot of good reviews, both on Trustpilot, both on YouTube here, on a lot of blogs out there. So all around the internet, they have mostly people talking about the good sides, talking about the good things that they're doing. So that's something that we must mention here, because a lot of your competitors, you're going to see people complaining and complaining and complaining that this isn't working, this isn't working, that isn't working. But with these guys, it's mostly good reviews out there, meaning that they're actually doing a good job. And now that I've talked about these 4 things as the 4 things that I like, things that I would consider the pros that come with using Zenbusiness, I'm now going to go ahead and talk about the cons, which are the things that I feel like they can improve on, things that I don't really like, things that I feel like you yourself might not really like about them. And after that, like I said, I'm going to talk about my personal experience, then I'm going to talk about a lot of other things. So the first thing that I like to mention as a con here is the fact that the registered agent service must be added on. So this is something that some of their competitors, very few, actually add into your main plan. But with Zenbusiness, you have to add it. It actually has to be an add-on. It actually has to be an add-on. So I feel like they can improve by making it part of the main plan, because most people are going to need a registered agent service right there. So I feel like they should add that to the main plan. And now that I've talked about that, the second thing that I don't really like, something that I feel like they should improve on, is the pricing of their EIN. So EINs are things that you're going to need. You're going to definitely need one if you're going to be trying to start up an LLC. But the problem here is that with Zenbusiness, their EIN actually gets costlier, a little bit costlier than that of their competitors. I feel like they should decrease the price a bit or come down on that a bit. So like that is something that I feel like they can improve on. But at the same time, like I told you guys earlier, I'm going to have a coupon link down below in the description. That link is going to save you guys some money. So using that link, you might not even have to worry about the EIN, because it's going to save you some money. So the third thing that I must mention here as something that I feel like Zen can improve on is the fact that they don't help you create websites. So the last time I checked, when I used them, they don't help you create websites. And I see a lot of their competitors helping you do things like creating websites, helping you set up your online businesses and all, like your online presence. I see their competitors doing that, and I know that that isn't necessarily a part of the main thing, which is like registering an LLC. But I feel like it's something that if they add on to their business, it's going to make the whole thing smoother. It's going to make the whole experience smoother for people like us, because we can easily pay and get a website created for us alongside our LLC. So that is something I feel like they can improve on. And now that I've talked about these things, I've talked about 4 things that I liked. I've talked about 4 things that I liked, and I've talked about 3 things that I don't really like. And those are the pros and the cons. And now that I've talked about these pros and the cons, I'm now going to go ahead and talk about my own personal experience with them and give you guys my own verdict about Zenbusiness from my own personal experience. So about my experience, while I was using Zenbusiness, they actually made my whole, like the whole process of me registering my LLC very seamless. Although there's no free plan, there's a price point that would work for almost any budget when you're starting a business. Another thing I'd like to mention here is that their website is super easy to use. And like I mentioned earlier, they have a lot of add-on services that you can actually add on to the whole LLC thing. And like I said, there's always a plan for everyone, so you can choose a plan that fits your needs. And even if you go with a free plan that comes with the state fees, you still end up paying for the add-ons like the EIN that I talked about earlier, or getting a registered agent. The thing is that the more services you need, or the more things you do all together on Zenbusiness, the easier it gets for you, the better it gets for you. So it's better that if you just want to do an LLC, you just do everything, both the EIN, the registered agent, everything on on the Zenbusiness platform. That way it's going to be easier for you, it's going to be cheaper for you, because where people have a problem is that they try to come and do just one thing on there, and that way you're going to find out that that one thing might actually get expensive for you. That is the problem. But like I said earlier, even if you want to do one thing, you can use the coupon link to save yourself some money. And now that I've talked about that, in general, to round everything up, I actually like what they did for me. I actually recommend Zenbusiness if you're someone that's out there looking to start an LLC and you're actually considering Zenbusiness. So to round everything up here, if you're looking for a convenient and an affordable way to form your LLC, Zenbusiness is an ideal pick. I can tell you that because I'm someone that has used them firsthand, and I can tell you that it is a yes in my opinion. And now that I've talked about that, I'll now go ahead and talk about a lot of the other things like their pricing, their customer support in detail, and a lot of other things like some questions that people usually ask me in the comment section. So I'm going to try to address those questions here to make sure that this video is a very complete review video of Zenbusiness. So Zenbusiness, about their pricing, has 3 basic pricing plans. So the first one is the one that starts from $0, and with this one the speed is kind of normal, so you don't get a lot of quick results when you use this one. For the accuracy, it's going to be 100% guaranteed. For your expense tracking, they're going to include that one for you, but the compliance is not included, the operating agreement is not included, and a business website is not included in this one. So you don't get a business website, you don't get a business email, and you don't get a domain name from them from this one. Then the next plan here is the pro plan. So the other one I just talked about now was the starter plan. The next one here is the pro plan, and this pro plan right here is going to cost you $199 per year. And when it comes to the filing speed, this one is faster and expedited, and you still get everything you get in the standard plan. Then you get the compliance documents and the operating agreement documents right here. So as for a business website, a business email, and a domain name, you don't get those ones here. Where you get those ones is with the premium plan, which is what I used. I used the premium plan, the $299 a year one. That one you get everything in full, you get everything very fast, and you get a website, you get a domain name, you get a business email. That is why I said that Zenbusiness is very perfect for you. It's going to be very perfect for you if you want to go for their premium plan, which is why they make all these other plans look like this. They make it look incomplete, so that if you want to go for the premium plan, you're going to get a full business, a full everything registered and sent to you in the fastest period of time possible. So personally, I recommend Zenbusiness. I recommend them, but I recommend them, and I would actually recommend you go for the premium plan, because that is like the best one. And I know it's going to cost you $299 per year, but that is what you have to pay. That's what you have to pay. That's what I paid. And like I said, I'm going to leave a coupon link to save you guys some money. It's going to be down below in the description. And that is it for their pricing. And now that I've talked about their pricing, I'm going to go ahead and talk about their customer support. So for the customer support, the thing here is that with the customer support, it's like the best customer support I've seen when it comes to all these legal LLC companies, because I've used a lot of these LLC companies because I personally run a lot of businesses on the internet, and I use that as an opportunity to test out each and every one of these companies and post these reviews right here. So personally, I can tell you that Zenbusiness has one of the best customer supports when it comes to the LLC companies out there, all its competitors. I've tested most of them. I'm still going to post reviews here, and I can tell you confidently that Zenbusiness has one of the best customer supports, because they're going to be there for you. They're going to reply you even at odd hours. They're going to they are very dedicated people. They're going to try to help you solve all your problems and stuff like that. So some of the add-ons that you can get are things like the registered agent. That one is going to cost you $199 per year. If you want an expedited filing, it's going to cost you $50. If you want a banking resolution, it's going to cost you $99 as well. If you want an EIN filing, it's going to cost you another $99, and a lot of these other things. So it's better to just go for the premium plan and save yourself all this stress. So now that I've talked about all these things, I'm going to go ahead and address a couple of the frequently asked questions. Then I'm going to call it a day in this video. So some of the questions that people usually ask are things like, how long does it take? So it depends on the pricing package you're going for. So if you're going for the starter pack, it's going to take longer. If you're going for the pro pack, it's going to take shorter. But if you're going for the premium pack, which is what I recommend, you're going to get it very fast. So that is the answer to that question right there. And people also ask that, do I have to renew my Zenbusiness plan every year? And the answer to that would be that it depends on the service you receive. So Your Zen business can renew automatically, and the things that are supposed to renew every year are going to renew, but the things that are one time, like the domain name, you're going to cut that part out. But the things that are supposed to be one time, like the registered agent services, are just going to be one time. Those things that are supposed to repeat every year, you're going to have to pay for them every year, because that is what it is. And that is the answer to that question right there. And people also ask that what is the difference between an LLC and a corporation? So I'm going to be breaking this one down here. So the difference is that the owners of a limited liability company are called members, and corporations also have a well-defined management, ownership, and tax structure that make them suited to attracting an outside investment. But LLCs have a great flexibility. They are very, very flexible, and that is why it's mostly what most people go for. So I personally went for an LLC as well, and that is the difference between an LLC and a corporation. And now that you guys know that, people also ask what kind of flexibility or what kind of tax flexibility does an LLC provide you with? And the answer here is that LLCs can be taxed as sole proprietorships, partnerships, C corporations, or S corporations. These choices are going to allow you as an LLC member to reduce or lower your tax burden, and that is the flexibility you get. And now that I've talked about all these things, the last but not the least question is that people also ask, how exactly can I cancel in the event that I want to cancel my Zen business account? How can I do that? So it's very, very simple. All you're going to have to do is to either email or call the customer support at business hours. They're going to help you do that one. It's very, very, very simple. You're going to have access to their customer support emails once you're a user. And now that I've talked about all these things, that's going to be the end of this video here. So I've talked about the pros, the cons. I've talked about my own personal experience. I've talked about all these things. I've also walked you guys through what my personal experience was and everything that I said I was going to talk about here. So if at this point you feel like Zen Business is what you want to go and use, like I said, use a coupon link. I'm going to leave one down below in the description. But in my opinion, I honestly recommend Zen Business. I've used them, and I can tell you that they're going to do a good job for you. So that said, I think that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, leave me a like on here. If you have any questions, you can ask me down below in the comments. I'm always going to be there to answer all the questions. And as for now, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Let's go. Stay safe out there, and peace out.